Nathan's first day at his new school in Manila was nothing short of overwhelming. The towering buildings, bustling streets, and thick air of car fumes and street food were a stark contrast to the quiet provincial town he had called home. He wasn't nervous about starting over. He had done it before. But he knew how city kids saw provincials like him. It didn't take long. "Hey, check out the jungle boy," a cocky voice rang out. Nathan didn't need to turn to know who it was. Xander, the tallest and most confident guy in class, surrounded by his well-dressed, rich friends. Nathan ignored them, gripping his backpack straps as he found his seat. But Xander wasn't done. "You bring your car about with you? Or just that weird bag?" he sneered, nodding toward Nathan's worn-out canvas bag. It was a gift from his grandfather, packed with survival tools and supplies. Curiosity got the best of one bully, who yanked it off Nathan's desk and dumped its contents. A bamboo fire starter, a fishing line, a foldable BOLO knife, and dried camote chips. Laughter erupted. "What is this, some kind of apocalypse kit?" a girl giggled. Xander picked up the fire starter, flipping it in his hands. "Seriously? You know lighters exist, right?" He smirked and crushed the camote chips under his shoe. "Oops. Guess that's dinner for tonight, huh, jungle boy?" Nathan clenched his jaw but stayed silent. His grandfather always said strength wasn't about proving yourself. It was knowing when to walk away. He gathered his things and left, ignoring their laughter. As he sat in the quiet school courtyard, he exhaled. They wouldn't understand the value of what he carried. Not yet. But soon, his skills would be the only thing standing between them and survival. The announcement came Monday morning. "Our annual camping trip is this weekend. 3 days on Kavini Island. No phones, no internet, just survival instincts and teamwork," the teacher beamed. Excitement rippled through the class. Xander smirked. "No internet? Some of you won't last a day." Nathan remained quiet, but a spark of eagerness flickered. He had spent his childhood in the mountains, learning to read the sky and listen to the land. This wasn't a challenge. It was home. Then came the catch. Each group will be responsible for shelter, food, and making fire without modern tools. Groans filled the room. "What is this survival training?" Xander scoffed. "I don't even know how to start a fire without a lighter." Nathan did. But before he could speak, Xander's eyes landed on him. "Wait a minute. This is perfect. We've got Jungle Boy here. He should have no problem, right?" The teacher nodded. "Nathan, since you have experience, you'll lead a group." The laughter stopped. Xander's smirk faltered. "Wait, what?" "Yes, Xander. If you don't want to sleep in the rain, I suggest you pay attention." Nathan never sought leadership, but as he saw the annoyance in Xander's face, he realized something. This trip wasn't about survival. It was about proving the skills they mocked were invaluable. The first day on Kavini Island was uneventful. Students arrived with backpacks stuffed with snacks and sunscreen, completely unprepared. Nathan worked silently, setting up camp using palm fronds for insulation and digging a trench around his tent in case of rain. Meanwhile, Xander and his friends lounged around. "Relax, Jungle Boy," he called. "We're not actually stranded here." Nathan ignored him. He was watching the sky. Dark clouds creeping from the east, thick and unnatural. The air was charged. A storm was coming. By sunset, the winds picked up. Nathan approached the teacher. "Ma'am, a storm is coming." "A bad one," she smiled dismissively. "Oh, don't worry. The weather report didn't mention a storm." Nathan hesitated. The elders in his town never needed weather reports. They could feel it. And right now, he felt it deep in his bones. That night, the storm hit hard. Trees snapped like matchsticks. The once calm waves roared, swallowing their campsite. Students screamed as their tents collapsed. "Get to higher ground," Nathan shouted, but panic had already taken over. Their teacher, knocked unconscious by a falling branch, was unresponsive. The students were alone. Nathan grabbed Xander. "We need to move now." Xander shoved him off. "You think you're in charge? Stay here and you'll drown." Lightning split the sky. A monstrous wave crashed on shore, swallowing the remains of their camp. That was all it took. "Gio!" someone screamed. Nathan led them through the storm to the cliffs where he had scouted a cave earlier. By the time they reached it, they were soaked, breathless, but alive. Inside, Nathan worked fast, using his fire starter to build a small flame. He passed out banana leaf water collectors and rationed food. A boy groaned, clutching his ankle. Nathan examined it. A sprain? No ice, no medicine. He used rattan vines to secure it. For the first time, Xander was silent. He just watched as Nathan, the boy they had mocked, became their only hope. By morning, the storm had passed. The beach below was unrecognizable. Tents shredded, supplies washed away. But they had survived. A helicopter appeared in the distance. "Rescue," someone gasped. When officials arrived, they asked, "How did you all survive?" Xander hesitated, glancing at Nathan. Then, for the first time, he stepped back. "Tell them," he muttered. Nathan, unsure, looked at the officer. "My grandfather taught me how to survive storms like this. I just did what he taught me." The officer studied him, then nodded. "You saved these kids' lives. You should be proud." Nathan didn't answer. He wasn't looking for praise, just relief. They had made it, and now everything had changed. Back at school, Nathan was no longer invisible. Students whispered about him with respect. Teachers nodded at him in the hallways. But the biggest change? Xander. Gone was the arrogance. One afternoon, as Nathan packed his books, Xander hesitated before stepping up to his desk. "Hey." Nathan looked up. Xander exhaled sharply. "Thanks for you know." Nathan nodded. "You would have done the same." Xander chuckled. "No, I wouldn't have." There was silence before Xander asked, "Where'd you learn all that? The fire, the water, the shelter? I don't even know how to cook rice without a rice cooker." Nathan smirked. "Then come to survival training after school." "Wait, people actually sign up for that? Even some of your friends?" Xander scoffed, shaking his head. "Unbelievable." Then, after a moment, "Maybe I'll check it out." Nathan grinned. "Try not to get lost." Xander rolled his eyes, but this time there was no mockery. Just something new, something closer to respect. For the first time, Nathan wasn't the outcast. He was the leader, and that made all the difference. Share your story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe to Unseen Savant, and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories. Because sometimes the lessons of the past hold the key to surviving the future. Thank you for watching.